How much of a challenge was it going back in with a sequel with so much expectation and so much love for the first one? Was it a big challenge for you? Was this the biggest challenge of your career to write this one?
No, definitely the first one was a bigger challenge. I mean, the first one, nobody knew who the characters were. I didn't know if people were going to think that the story that we were telling was too weird or unusual. I didn't know if it was going to be too off-putting. I thought that putting music in the movie was going to be very strange. This one, I knew that there was an audience out there waiting to see these characters and waiting to see what we came up with, who loved the first movie. And that makes things a lot easier and a lot less scary, frankly.
James, we're so excited by your recent announcement that you're hopefully going to be back for the third.
Well, I'm back for the third. You don't need to hope. No, you can just...
We know. I'm curious, when you approached this one, though, was that already in your mind, or were you crafting this film with a view to where you ultimately want to take the franchise?
Well, you never know where you're going to go, so I tried to make the movie in a way that it could be just a story or that it could continue on, and I always had kind of this idea of what the three movies as a whole would be, that would be the story of this group of Guardians of the Galaxy, and I think that telling the last part of that is going to be a lot of fun.
How did you settle on Ego, the character? And obviously, then did you think immediately it got to be Kurt Russell?
I didn't think immediately Kurt, but I thought of him after a while. I think that, I knew what the story was behind, Chris Pratt and Peter Quill and his father. I came up with that before I even started shooting the first movie, and it was, kind of going through what character in the Marvel Universe really fit those attributes, and Ego was the one I came up with.
Final question. Obviously, Peter Quill was so much the heart of the story in the first film and his relationship with his mother. What for you is at the heart of this story, and what are you most hoping fans take away from it?
Well, I do think that the first movie was about Peter Quill, and this one really is about the group as a whole. So I think that's part of it. But I think it's just about battered relationships and damaged souls and people who have never been loved, who are trying to love and be.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yeah.
Nice.
Hey